What's up guys, Tyne here, welcome back to a brand new video, and in this video, I'll be talking about X-Men 97. So as always, let's get into it. So, before I talk about the show, I want to show you guys this right here. I recently got this. It's a Spider-Man Trivia magazine. And let me say, this is one of the coolest looking covers I've ever seen. It's got all three Spider-Man unmasked, plus Miles, Gwen, plus Tobey Maguire Spider-Man with a mask on. That's pretty cool. Great representation of all the films. This basically goes through a little bit of Spider-Man's history, the comics. Uh, it goes through all of the animated shows, which is very surprising. Uh, it talks about the 70s live-action TV show, which I think is really cool. They spend like 8 pages talking about it, which is pretty cool. Because that show really doesn't get enough love. And I understand that while it was very cheesy back then, it's all fans had. So I think that was really cool. That they talked a lot about the show in this magazine. So like I say, it does go through all the cartoons, which is pretty cool. So of course the movies. So just want to show you guys that real quick. Now, get into X-Men 97. So when I first heard that they announced this, at first I was like, are they going to do the same animation style as back then, or do it more modern or CGI? Because the thing I was worried about at first was they're going to do it CGI, and clearly it's not CGI. So, but it's very similar to the original animation from the original show. It's just more modern. I want to say I want to say the landscape. It looks similar to Spider-Verse, like with the buildings and stuff like that. In certain scenes, it looks more realistic compared to the original show. But the animation for the characters, it looks more modern. So, and that's not a bad thing. So, but I think that's just their way of saying it's a new era. So, uh, but I really do like the designs of the characters. A lot of them more or less like the same. Some with a few redesigns like Morph, uh, Storm with a new hairdo, Jean with a few tweaks on her suit, and getting to the intro. Well, the Marvel Animation intro. I was so excited when I saw that intro, and I couldn't believe how many characters they had inside that Marvel Animation intro. I really thought it was just gonna be some characters from the What If series, but the first character that you see pop up in that Marvel Animation intro is Spider-Man from the '67 series. I was like, whoa, it's going way back. And then here's the thing from the '67 cartoon. I was like, okay, that's what's up. And then it was Silver Surfer for the '90s series. I was like, what? Out of all characters to represent for the '90s, wow. And of course, they had Wolverine in there too for the '90s. And then they started to do some characters from the What If series, like I don't remember all of them, but I do remember the Marvel Zombies, Captain America. They had that in the intro, so that was really cool to see representations of all those different characters from those shows back then. I just thought that was awesome. Spider-Man 67, Fantastic Four 67, Wolverine from X-Men 92, and Silver Surfer from the 1998 cartoon. I just thought that was pretty cool. So, and getting to the intro, I didn't know what to expect for the intro. I figured it would probably be the same as the original, but it basically is the same. They just changed a little bit of it and added more characters to it, like Morph, Bishop in season 2. Uh, by the way, spoilers for this video. If you haven't watched X-Men 97, add this to your watch later list. Watch X-Men 97 right now or whenever you can, and come back to this video because this video does contain spoilers. So, getting back to intro. So, right from the get-go, I felt like I was watching the original series. From the intro to all the episodes I was watching. And it was really awesome. And I haven't been this excited for an animated project from Marvel for a long, long time. So, because after they did away with what I like to call the Ultimate Marvel Animated Universe, I was kind of on the Marvel Animation department. That's when they did Spider-Man 2017. I was like, I thought the animation was too childish. That's just my opinion, though. But when they announced X-Men 97, I was like, okay, it's not going to be a reboot. It's going to be a revival. I was like, okay, that's good. So, and when it gets I want to say, even the first 5 to 10 minutes of the show, it really feels like the original show. And Cyclops is front and center. That's one thing that I love about the show. Instantly, Cyclops is front and center. I'm like, okay, that's what's up. Because they totally did Cyclops in the movies. And it was just great to see Cyclops up front again. We haven't seen him really that up front, really, since, I want to say, X-Men Evolution. Because in Wolverine the X-Men, he really wasn't the leader anymore. Wolverine was the leader. So, I just think that was really cool to see Cyclops up front and being the leader of the X-Men. Of course, Professor Xavier is gone. And seeing the original actors, well, most of the original voice actors back in the roles was awesome. Henry Cavill as Wolverine again. What's that for Beast, Storm. It was just awesome to hear them reprise the roles. And see characters like Bishop and Morph to be in the series full time, I thought that was really cool. Jubilee and some new characters are coming, like Sunspot, and I really enjoyed watching the first 2 episodes. And like I said on one of my previous videos, I really hope that this show really encourages Marvel to do more shows or animated shows that are for multiple audiences. And this show by far is 100% for multiple audiences. It feels exactly like the original show. It tackles a bunch of topics, like basically it's like discrimination and racism with mutants. It tackles that 100%. It's like they never stopped making episodes, and that's one thing that I really loved about the original show. And they're basically bringing it back, so I really hope that X-Men 97 really encourages Marvel to do more multi-audience related shows. And right off the bat, when I was watching both episodes, I felt like I was watching the original show, just with updated animation and stuff like that. I'm not gonna lie, it took me a while to get used to the animation while I was watching the trailers. I was like, why couldn't they do it just like the original? But I get it, they wanted to go a little bit more modern, but that's understandable. So, but I felt very nostalgic watching the show from the intro all the way to the end. I was hyped up. I was excited the whole time I was watching this episode. The first episode, and of course the second episode. So I'm still talking about the first episode. course, Jean is pregnant. She now has a baby. Her and Scott probably might leave the X-Men. Not just yet, but the way all the characters come in is just, it's very dramatic, stuff like that, especially when Storm comes in, and then Wolverine, and then that cool fight scene all of them have with the Sentinels, and of course a rebuilt Master Mold. That was just awesome to see. The X-Men fighting the Sentinels, and the part where Gambit uses his powers on a Wolverine's claws. That was pretty cool. It took me a while to get used to Gambit's powers. Well, the color was powers, because it used to be green in the original series. So I get why they changed the color, because I think a lot of the comic books adapted that color, purplish pink, whatever it is, or pink. So it took me a while to get used to that, but it looks cool. So of course, seeing Gambit in animation again was awesome. Gambit has always been one of my favorite X-Men characters, and I'm finally glad we get to see that character in animation again. And the voice actor that plays him, he's doing a great job. He's not the original voice actor, but he's doing a great job of voicing him. And of course, seeing Rogue again is awesome. It's always great to see Rogue, since we never got to see a lot of Rogue in the X-Men films. We did see her a little bit. X-Men 1, the center of X-Men 1, X-Men 2, after that, she was just kind of pushed aside. So seeing her was just awesome. I know Rogue has been in all of the X-Men cartoons, but seeing the original actress voice her again, Lenore Ann, if I remember correctly, that was just great to hear her voice again, because whenever I think of Rogue, I think of her voice. So that's just awesome. Of course, Beast. What can I say about Beast? Sophisticated, a genius, just awesome. And of course, we just got Kelsey Grammer back as Beast in the Marvels. So that was cool to see him reprise his role as Beast, and then see X-Men 97. It's pretty cool. This year, 2024, is really the year of the mutants. X-Men 97, Deadpool, and Wolverine. It's just awesome. It's an awesome time to be a Marvel fan, and also time to be an X-Men fan. So I want to talk a little bit about episode 2. Apparently, Professor X, this is Will. He leaves everything to Magneto. So apparently he trusted Magneto. And I thought that was interesting storyline. And of course, he's not wearing the original suit from the series. He did in the first episode, but now he's wearing a different suit, which I know is from the comics. I haven't seen a whole lot of that suit, but I do recognize it a little. So that's pretty cool that he's trying to follow in Xavier's footsteps. That is really cool. And really and truly, Magneto has never, in my opinion, has never really been a full-on villain. He's like Charles, but very different, because he thinks that humans and mutants can't coexist. So to have him be pushed up front, I think that's very interesting. I think it makes an interesting story. And what I thought was very interesting is when he and Rogue were getting a little handsy. I was like, whoa, where did this come from? So that's going to be pretty interesting to see. What else? Storm losing her powers. I can't believe that happened. I was like, whoa. What else? Just the storytelling in each of these episodes, I think, in my opinion, was phenomenal. Like I said, it reminds me a lot of the original series, and I got what I came for. So, and like I said, when this was first announced, I was excited for it. When I saw the first trailer, I was very excited to see it. And then now finally watching the first 2 episodes, I was amazed. I was not only surprised, but I was amazed at how good the show is. It's just like the original show, and it's what I've been wanting for a long time as a Marvel fan. I've been wanting to see a Marvel cartoon that kind of feels like the 90s, tackles adult topics, and it's for multiple audiences. And we got it with X-Men 97. So, in my opinion, I think that Marvel is officially back. Now, movies wise, I think we'll get that with Deadpool and Wolverine. So, but for sure, I really think Marvel should take advantage of the Marvel Animation brand and do a lot more shows. And that means bringing back the Spider-Man animated series, doing a revival, like Spider-Man 98, or if you will. I'm all for it. That's my favorite Spider-Man show of all time. I think they should do it. The showrunner John Semper said he would do it, so that is awesome to hear. So just to see all these characters again is awesome. Seeing Jubilee again, Beast, Rogue, Gambit, with the main members of the X-Men, like Wolverine, Cyclops, Jean. It's just good to see all of them together again because I never got to see Gambit a whole lot, and a lot of the other cartoons, and in some cartoons he's a villain, so I thought that was kind of weird. And I don't know, just the X-Men animated series, it was really a pivotal moment for Marvel in animation and in Marvel history. So I'm glad that they brought the show back. So I loved the first 2 episodes. I can't wait to see where it goes next. And let, let me know in the comments what your guys' favorite part was. If you like the show, what do you think they should do? So that's all for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in the next video. Later, guys.